Jackie, how are you?
I'm doing well, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
So I am looking for suggestions on how to ask for a salary increase. Mm-hmm. I have been in the first time I've really been in a corporate job for about the past 5 years, and while I've moved up in position and gotten increases at that point, I've been in the same position now for about 3 years and just gotten my annual, 1.5%, 2% raises, and I'm really looking for a larger increase. So I'm looking about how to present that to my director.
Okay. Swap shoes with your director for a minute. You're now sitting on the other side of the desk, and a lady that's worked on your team for 3 years with cost of living raises only comes into your office, and she's going to ask for a raise. You're leading her. She's she's valuable to your team. Why would you give her a raise? What would she say to you if you're sitting there as the director? Under what circumstances are you giving out raises?
Right. So initially what I thought I could do is maybe go over like my portfolio of work over what I've done maybe in the past year or so, and present to them the additional workloads that I've taken on, as well as support to other departments.
Now you're on the other side of the desk. You're on the other side of the desk. The person comes in, and they're going to show you their portfolio of work. Is that what you want to see? Is that why you're going to give them a raise?
Well, yeah, I'd like to see that they're going above and beyond what their normal workload is.
Okay, good.
And
I can tell you as a business owner, there's 2 or 3 reasons I would give someone a raise if they came into my office and asked for it. Okay, number 1, we are underpaying them accidentally. We just haven't kept up. The position is worth more than it is being paid. And I would need to see some data points that say that. Project managers in Boston, PM2s make X. And here's a comp study that says the typical person doing what I do in this area makes, what do you make now as an example?
I make $70,000.
Okay, and so you do a comp study, and you go, here's 3 different data points from compensation studies on the internet that show that project managers that do what I do at my level, a PM2, PM3, whatever you are, make $80,000. I'm being paid $70,000. I really don't want to leave here. I like this place, and I just like to be paid market value. So one reason is that I'm not paying market value as the owner or the director, and that's an accidental thing. I didn't intend to underpay, and when you bring it to my attention, boom, you've gotten a raise. Okay? That would be one reason you would get a raise. The second reason you might get a raise is if you show me that you are worth more because you've added value somehow. And that could be something like the working extra. It could be you brought in some clients. It could be you closed out on a project 3 times earlier than the typical project manager, and you got this thing done and moved on to the next project. I'm making this company a lot of money, and I can prove it to you, and here's the value that I'm bringing. And so, I'd like a raise. Right? So, but generally speaking, in a corporate environment, you are paid what you can be replaced for.
Right.
And if they can replace you cheaper than you are being paid, your job might be in danger. Right?
Okay.
And vice versa.
Yeah, I agree.
And vice versa, if they can't buy another person just like you for $80,000 and they're paying you $70,000, they'll probably get you up close to 80 just to keep you around, because they're going to have to go get somebody else. They're going to have to pay them 80. And that was the first version of that, a comp study. So, but you don't go in with entitlement and the number of years I've been here and the fact that I breathe air and you owe me money because I'm me and I'm special and you're not and I'm not, and we're only as special in a company setting as the work we get done. That's what adds value.
Exactly.
That's what adds value, and that's that's what I'm worth here on the radio. If I don't do a good job, I don't make my advertisers money, I get fired by one of them, right? And they leave and go give somebody else their money, and that's just so. You have to add value and prove it, and then that. Now, the only other thing, and sometimes this is difficult for someone in a corporate setting to put a value on, but I teach entrepreneurs and small businesses to put a value on this. If you have been doing this particular job for 3 or 4 years, you know the culture, you know how to get things done inside the politics, you know who to go see and pull things off. If they hired someone new into your role, it might take that person several months, maybe even a year, to get up to the speed that you are, because you know how to get stuff done there. Meaning my personal assistant has been with me 17 years. To replace Patty would be, she is worth more than a personal assistant would be that replaced her, because of the 15 years of experience, and she can read my mind, and she knows what's going on, right? So she is more valuable because of that experience than just the position. And I always try to teach young company owners, young business people that, because they think, I'm just trying to replace the position, and I would never pay somebody that. Yeah, you would if they've been doing it 10 years, because they bring value to the table that is beyond what just the new person coming into that slot would. Sometimes it's harder in corporate America to get people to get a hold of that. So, hey, thanks for the call.